The small commercial vehicle market in India is of course at its peak, and of course, especially the below 3.5 tonnage is what the whole demand is going on. And we've always heard the stories about companies launching commercial vehicles, the rationale behind it, but the real story of how a commercial vehicle is launched versus how a car is launched, we'll hear from Pratap Bose, the head of design at Mahindra. Pratap, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Congratulations
you. Thank you
again.
as always.
Tell us the first basic thing. How much difference is there between when you manufacture a car versus you manufacture a commercial vehicle?
Yeah, I mean, there are obvious differences because of the way the product is used, but there are also many similarities that we see. And one of them is about the expectation of fit, finish, quality, comfort. That's definitely coming from the passenger vehicle side into the commercial vehicle space. Then you'll know that it's becoming harder and harder to find commercial vehicle drivers. In fact, they say almost 4 out of 10 trucks are not driven because of shortage. And why is this? This is because driving a truck or a commercial vehicle is not aspirational. No child you speak to, they always want to become a pilot or a firefighter. No one says, I want to become a truck driver. So to bring a little bit of that ambition, aspiration, we brought in elements from automotive design into our small commercial vehicle. So the way we have the colors, the metallic colors, the way we have treated all the elements inside and out, the comfort, the materials, so the air conditioning, the airbag, these are all to make the operator, the driver of this vehicle really feel, valued. As a society, I think they do an incredible job, and we at Mahindra, and especially in the design team, we wanted to respect or bring respect to this profession, and that's why we've given this so much care. We used all our global design processes, even from the SUV world, in this SCV.
And so basically, to cut it short, dumb it down further, so you mean to say that when you manufacture a small truck versus you manufacture say a Scorpio, you indulge in drawings, sketches,
yes,
clay models. So
yes.
Tell us about those processes that are same in manufacturing a car versus a commercial vehicle.
Yeah, so in designing the product, we actually follow the same design process. We start with hundreds of sketches. We showed you only maybe 10% of that today. From there, we also have what we call a seating model, which checks the ergonomics, means what is where in the interior of the cabin. We then see the visibility in a segment like this. Visibility is very important in the small gullies of Delhi or Lucknow or Mumbai or any city in India. To be able to see 270 degrees around you is important. And then we make a full-size clay model, where we do the refinement, we do the fit, finish, shut gaps, all of that. And once a clay model is made, we take it digital. It goes into the digital world, and that's how we work with our engineers, with our suppliers, to create a truly world-class product like the Veero.
And so, okay, very interesting. You mentioned about how there are backward integration as well happening, and I want to ask you. How many people, so basically there's different team for commercial vehicles, there's different for passenger vehicles, I'm sure. How much involved was the passenger vehicle team this time, especially because we have good new products this time. So was there a different occasion this time when the passenger vehicle team was involved in manufacturing a commercial vehicle team? Is there something like that?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In fact, this is the time we actually dismantle the structures between the design teams. We brought in, of course, the team is always led by someone with knowledge of commercial vehicle space, purely because of the area in which it operates. But then we got a lot of our car designers or SUV designers to make the sketches, and I think it gave some really fascinating results, because the way they look at things, वो अलग सोच, like आगे की सोच, अलग नजरिया, that brings in something unique, and I feel the Veero has really benefited from bringing the two design teams together. It's a very good question.
Nice, Pratap. But okay, coming back to the name, the logo, Veero, tell us the rationale and the thinking behind Veero. What does it entail? I'm sure the rupee sign especially indicates manifesting money for the driver.
Yeah, prosperity.
Prosperity. So tell us the story behind the brand.
So Veer, we all know means brave, strong, brave. Someone who goes out and does a job and gets the job done. and we really feel that you know, the Sarthi or the driver of a vehicle like this is a true true Veer. And of course, O is our Mahindra,
Right.
you know, signature nomenclature. And you're right, the R here is actually inspired by our rupee symbol that we use on a daily basis, and it indicates prosperity. This is on a platform we call urban, you know, a prosper platform. What does it mean? It's not just the driver or operator, it's a whole ecosystem that can prosper from it. You know, lower cost of operations, safer driver, easier delivery of goods, more goods in one trip. So it's the ecosystem that prospers.
And if you could give me a tentative timeline, I'm sure you know all the details I won't be able to get to know right now. Could you give us a timeline of how much planning and does it usually go to design an SUV versus a car, probably in the first question. Second would be, how much time did you guys take to, you know, get the first concept out, get it approved, and then eventually put it to manufacturing? How much time does it usually take?
Yeah, so our own whole design process, Chetan, is roughly 16 to 18 months. And this is when you start from a fresh sheet of paper, which is what this project was. I mean, this is not based on any product
platform or a model. Yeah.
Platform or model that we make. So it was all new. So, you know, and it was a architecture. It's a platform, multi-energy, as you know. So to take care of all those considerations, you know, the length for the crash, all of that took some time to really establish. And then therefore the whole end-to-end process in design before it starts getting into tooling and manufacturing is roughly 16 to 18 months.
Okay, and so this also took 16 to 18 months time?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how much time did the Veero name came over to you?
So I think of course the marketing team you know, works on nomenclature, but you know, Vijay shared the name with me on a WhatsApp message, and you know, sort of instantly I made a sketch. I'll show it to you later. And that's what ended up being here, and I think it really captures the dynamism of the vehicle. It captures, of course, the prosperity in the rupee symbol, and you know, there's something new and modern.
And if you could just show me the cabin from inside,
Yeah,
any
please.
one or two changes probably that you must have incorporated.
Please.
What really stands out? I mean, if you could go from here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Straight away you can see, you know, the door handle is
Right.
vertical. It's much more ergonomic. The side the sort of opposite side of how the wind travels is closed. The handle always stays clean.
Right.
That's very important. It doesn't get water or any sort of muck because it's always protected. You know, when you open, again, armrest, bottle holder, speaker, everything very neatly incorporated into this plastic panel. Then you see the seat is totally flat going across. Lot of the operators actually, you know, spend you know, almost half the day in the cabin, and it was very important therefore to be able to lie down in the cabin. There's something we noticed when we went to the mandis and bazaars. You can see the gear shift is now what we call chin mounted. That means the person sitting in the middle has ample leg room. There's no compromise there. This incredible piano black finish, straight from our SUV world. USB chargers of both formats. Of course, air conditioning in this, and a totally trimmed cabin. There is no sheet metal.
but don't you think that a white beige color here would get too dirty very quickly?
I mean,
because it's a commercial vehicle, so the wear and tear and the torture would eventually happen.
You know, with the height of the vehicle,
Right.
as opposed to a passenger car, the height of the vehicle is actually way above where the head would come, you know, so the oil on hair, etc. So if you can see, the pillar trim actually goes quite high, and the roof liner is also therefore high. So we haven't come across, you know, too much sort of, let's say, dirt damage and oil damage there. We've kept it at a very high level. Once you sit, Chetan, you'll see how much there's spaces above you. But yeah, all three, you know, full seat belts. The way the steering is, the steering angle, steering mounted controls. I mean, you know, I would have one of these actually.
Don't you think that you should actually launch such models for a passenger vehicle? In fact, I don't know if you'll be planning something like that or not, but yeah, I mean, that's a great initiative for sure, Pratap. And well, that's it. Thank you so much for speaking to Business
Thank
Today
you.
TV. Well, that was
Thank
Pratap
you.
Bose talking to us about what really the Veero stands out for, the story behind it, and of course, with the backward integration of the passenger vehicle team with the commercial vehicle team, I'm sure new products and great products are on the forefront. Thank you, Pratap, for joining us.
Thank you
you so much.
Thanks.
Well, that was the final report from Business Today TV at Chakan plant in Pune with camera person Abhishek Kumar Singh. This is Chetan Bhutani for Business Today Television.